Hello and welcome. If you're joining us in this video, then you are probably interested in the Canvas template that Tells has been working on. And so what I'd like to do is do a couple things. Number one, just give you a quick overview of what's in the template, and then we'll talk about how to get the template and how to apply it to your content. And then number three, we'll talk about how to manipulate units and pages and such. All right, so with the template, you'll notice that you get a nicely built home page. It's not too big, not too small. All of the pages that we built are responsive, so that even if a student's looking at it on a smaller device, it's still going to look good, and it scales nicely. Um, so let's take a quick look at what is in the template. So there is a section for instructors only, and it takes into account instructors that are going for QM certification, which you don't have to do. It also takes into account instructors who are teaching online, and so we have included in here the YC Essential Design Standards. So there's some information here for you if you're going to be teaching an online or hybrid class for YC. And then there's just some general information that's good for anyone who might be using this template to design your course, with elements such as course mapping and backwards design, and some general recommendations on navigation use and what to include in your navigation. Okay. All right. So with that, let's take a look. So what do you get in your Start Here module? We get a course orientation, content and outcomes. We have some syllabus options. You don't have to choose any one, but we do have some general recommendations that are all based on HR's syllabus template that has been put out for the college, and a pretest as well. So let's take a quick look at that, and then we'll take a look at Module 1. So with the orientation, there's a place for you to put an image or a video where you welcome your students. You can even put a welcome here message. And then there's some general information for students on how to do certain things in Canvas. Place for the outcomes. So this is syllabus template A, again based off of the syllabus template that is put out by HR. So we have each of the content areas here. Anything in green it's recommended that you put your information in there. Grading policy, YC policies. All right, so that's template A. Template B, similar in design, but very simple. It just has all of that content. And you'll notice that content is sectioned up by lines here. And then template C is just a document that is linked. All right. Okay, and then there's a place to have some instruction for the student's pretest. All right, so that's pretty much everything in the Start Your Course Here for students. And again, just like with your course, you should feel more than free to add or take content away, manipulate it, and make it fit what you're looking for. We've just built something that's a nice baseline that'll give you a good jump start if you would like. All right, so Module 1, what does a student see in a module? Well, they get a module introduction. They get, there's a page for course content, which you can include text, videos, links, etc. for whatever the content is for the section. An assignment, a discussion, and a quiz. So let's take a quick look at these. So the module introduction has a lot of verbiage that is recommended by QM, and so if you take advantage of the information that's here, your course will be well on its way to being QM certified. Again, which you can change. You don't have to follow this if you don't like to, but it has some good structure to it, so I suggest you take a good look at it. Right. On the page where you can present content to your students, you can see here that there's kind of a place here to just have a hyperlink to any lesson or lecture video, and then you can put the content, images, etc. in this area. with assignments, students get some tips on how to do assignments. So there's no excuses for not doing, that first week's assignments, etc., because they should know how to do it based on the information that's presented to them. And additionally, there's a place for you to put your instructions for the assignments. Now, students only get these tips in the first three modules, and in modules 1, 2, and 3, this information becomes less and less. By the time they get to module 3, they'll see a message like this with only a link to the Canvas assignment overview. Okay, so that's an assignment. This is a discussion, again, similar in structure and layout. They get a tip on how to submit a discussion. There's a place to put your instructions there. And we have a quiz and similar layout. Right, so that's basically the layout for the whole course. And we've put together 8 modules. So that's modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have a post-test. Again, the post-test looking very similar to the layout for the rest of the course. All right, so that's what you get with the template. And how do we get it? Okay, so let's talk about how to get the template. So the easiest and quickest way to get it is to go to your dashboard and click on Start a New Course. And from there, you give it a name and create course. From there, we go to the Commons, and you can search YC Canvas Template A. By the time you type YC, you might see it already. But here is the Canvas Template A. So we'll select that, and then you notice you can import. So you select the import button and then choose which class you would like to apply it to. And we'll only choose this 101 master that we just created. And then we import into the course. And so we get a message that says that we've successfully started to do that. And we can then navigate to the dashboard and to the course in question. All right, and so we can notice that the template has been applied to this course. All right, so we have all the content in there. All right, so that's how to get the content. And then the next thing that we have to do is start building. And you can do that by copying and pasting from your class into the template. One thing to be very careful of, however, if you're doing that, is to make sure that you have all of the right styling, font sizes and font styles and such. If your fonts and sizes are different from that which is in the syllabus, you may just have to keep a close eye on that, just to make sure that it comes across and it looks good. Right. Other than that, we need to talk about how to manipulate units and pages. So let's say that we're in here and we would like to manipulate this page. So we can click on Edit, and we can change the title just by selecting the words there and say I don't know, whatever it is that your topic will be. Okay, and so you can just click and change any of. You can also press Control Z and undo. If you need to take all of the material out of a box, you can just select all of it and backspace and type in whatever it is that you want to put in there. Again, Control Z undoes everything. If you need to copy a box, you have to select before and after. So notice how I had I have the line selected. I start before and go all the way after. And then Control C is copy. Then I can do Control V as in Victor, and it will paste another unit in there, and I can give it a different name. Right. So that's how we can modify pages and text boxes, and those are the main things. When it comes to images, we can place images just like we always have. It is encouraged that you write justify an image for text wrapping purposes. So if I come in here to Flickr and choose an image to place, but notice how the text will wrap around your image. Right? And if you want some customization for your class or some additional support, feel free to contact us in TELS, and we can get into the code of things and add extra margin or different things to your class to help it look as good as possible. We can even remove some of these lines and add a small space in between sections and such. So, but just let us know if there's anything that we can do to help out, and that's it.